Hey guys, it's Scott from Let's Play Easy Mode, and today we're going to be doing a reaction to the cutscenes from Halo Wars 2. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're new here, then welcome to the channel. And if you're one of our regulars, then welcome back. Today, we're gonna be doing a reaction video. We're not just gonna be doing a gameplay video, but we're actually gonna be reacting to the cutscenes from the game Halo Wars 2. Now, we've been going through the whole Halo gauntlet from Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, and we just finished up Halo 5. A while back, we did one of these reaction videos to the game Halo Wars 1, and the reason why is I just personally am not a big fan of RTS games. I've never really been a fan of RTS games, and even if I did try to play one, I just don't think I'd want to do it on YouTube. Because I feel like I would I look like an idiot most of the time anyway when I'm playing games on here. That's why we call it easy mode. But I think I would look even more like an idiot just trying to play a real-time strategy game. So you guys told me in the community, hey, you should at least watch the cutscenes and see the story of Halo Wars because it's awesome. Well, we've now come to that point where it is time for us to watch Halo Wars 2. Now, we've been watching these, or playing these games and going through these Halo experiences in the order in which the games were released. Not chronological order, but in the order that they've been released. So we just finished Halo 5 Guardians, and now we're gonna watch Halo Wars 2. And then once we're done with this, we'll be moving on. We might do another reactions video to some of the lore or whatever going into the next game, but we're gonna be finally ending our Halo journey with Halo Infinite. And I'm really excited because you guys have had some really good things to say about that game. I don't know anything about Halo Wars 2. I do know that Halo Wars, when we watched that took place quite a while before the events of the original trilogy. And so I'm not really sure how long it's been now from Halo Wars 1 to Halo Wars 2. Does this take place during the Master Chief Covenant War of the trilogy or after? Does this maybe even take place after the events of Halo 3 during that 5-year period where, Chief and Cortana were floating around? I'm not really sure. I'm excited to find out, and I'm excited to watch this with you guys. I'm going to be watching a video that also has some gameplay in it as well, so it kind of fills in the story with what's going on. So it's not just cutscene to cutscene, but it is cutscene to relevant gameplay, and we'll watch that together, and I hope you guys are excited for that as well. If you are, do me a favor and click like on this video, and also comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Halo Wars 2. Which one do you like better? Halo Wars 1? Halo Wars 2? Do you like RTS games? Do you not like RTS games? Let's have a discussion. I'd like to know your opinion on this as well. Also, subscribe to the channel for more content. Come hang out with us at Discord. The link for that is down below. And if you'd like to support Let's Play Easy Mode and get access to more content, then make sure to hop on over to the Patreon page, which you can get to by going to this link right here. For $5 a month, you can get early release content, and for $10 a month, you can get that plus exclusive content, because we have games that we're playing over there on Patreon that are just for Patreon eyes only. You won't see them ever here on regular YouTube. But no matter what you sign up for, you can be a part of our really fun Wednesday night midweek exclusive live stream on Patreon. So much fun. Love that time. One of my favorite nights of the week is just hanging out with the patrons over at Patreon when we play games over there. Speaking of the patrons, I just want to say a special thank you to the current list of patrons over at Patreon. I love you guys. Thank you for your support and always being the first responders to these videos as they are coming out. You guys get them first, and you guys are always the first people to comment and help me along the way. I really appreciate you guys. If you're out there and you would like to get extra content from Let's Play Easy Mode, early release content from Let's Play Easy Mode, get shout outs on all the videos, and just hang out with a really awesome community over there, then make sure to get over and sign up at Patreon today. All right, guys, without further ado, let's dive back into the world of Halo, and let's kind of watch these cutscenes and see the story unfold with Halo Wars 2. Well, okay, guys, we're getting ready to dive back in here to the world of Halo, where we're going to be watching this video. Now, this is from a channel called Gamer's Little Playground, and if I'm right, this is the same channel that we used to watch Halo Wars 1. And what they've done, I think it's about an hour and a half long, and what they've done is I don't know how brilliantly they did it, but they did it pretty well with the first Halo game, Halo Wars. And so what they've done is they've added some like gameplay in with the cutscene that's pertinent to the story. So we're going to go ahead and dig into this. If I need to, I will pause and talk about what we're watching and react to it as I can. I just don't want to compete with what's in there, so I will pause it if I have anything that I really need space to say. All right, here we go. Let's watch this. Yeah, I think I remember this beginning. Gamer's Little Playground. All right, here we go. Thank you, Gamer's Little Playground, for editing this and putting this together so that we could watch it. Okay, graphics look amazing.
Captain, wake up. Something has happened. The Spirit of Fire is in a situation I could not anticipate.
Spirit of Fire.
I'm certain Professor Anders would enjoy that little admission. So let's keep it between us, shall we? We've been adrift for just over 28 years. I've made quite a few repairs while you were sleeping. So ship systems are 100%. Cryo worked well, and med stats on all remaining crew are green. As for me, well, regulations are clear about final dispensation at the end of an AI's 7-year lifespan.
Rampacy.
I took care of my own arrangements rather than wake you. I didn't want to... Well, I hope you can forgive this final breach of protocol. It was a pleasure and an honor to serve with you, sir. Do look after everyone for me, would you? Goodbye, Captain.
Wow, okay.
Serena out.
Serena. Now, I'm trying to remember, is this the same captain and AI that we had in the first Halo Wars? Because I remember guys, keep in mind that I have taken in so much of a lore dump from Halo over the last 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, that it's all getting jumbled together. So is this the same ship that we had at the end of Halo Wars 1 still? Like, is this the same group? I remember liking that AI and thinking she was pretty cool, but I can't remember if her name was Serena. And it sounds like they've been floating in space for a while. I need to go back and watch Halo Wars 1 again to remember what happened.
I'll need to get down there. Immediately, of course.
You can tell that this has been done after Halo 5. These graphics are beautiful looking. Really, really nice cinematics, you know, and I mean, I thought Halo Wars itself looked really good for the time that it came out, but this looks beautiful.
Good morning to you too, Professor.
I'm sorry, Captain. It's good to see you too. But just look at it.
Wow.
What is it? And where are we?
No idea. Our astronavigation system can't pinpoint a location. We're not on the map anymore.
We didn't drift out of the galaxy in 28 years, Professor. Since records show we arrived via slip space less than an hour ago.
Our slow space drive is gone. However we got here, it wasn't us who initiated the trip.
Okay, sorry to keep pausing, but he just said 28 years. Now, I thought, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because you will. Didn't you guys tell me, didn't we learn that the first Halo Wars game took place 20 years, I think it was 20 years, before the events of Halo Trilogy, Halo 1. Now, this has been 28 years. And I'm pretty sure that the events of Halo 1, 2, and 3 did not happen over the course of 8 years. So you have 20 years from Halo Wars until Halo 1. And then these guys have been floating in space for 28 years, if this is indeed the same crew. And forgive me if I'm forgetting that, if this has nothing to do with the original Halo Wars crew, but I think it's the same. So if you do the math, I'm pretty sure Halo 1, 2, and 3 probably happened, what, over the course of a year, maybe? So, oh, wait a minute. Then if that's the case, then Master Chief and Cortana have already been found. The events of Halo 4 have already happened, I think. And maybe even the events of Halo 5. So, is this game a sequel to Halo 5 in the timeline? I don't know. I'm just, spitballing here. Okay, I'll shut up.
Something down there must have opened the portal from this end and pulled us in.
Captain Cutter, sir, we received a signal from the surface. It's UNSC.
Signal to my location, Lieutenant. Let's hear what they have to say.
I'm sorry, Captain, I can't play it for you, sir. The message has an encryption scheme we haven't seen before.
Security measures would advance without us. But it is coming through on a UNSC frequency. This is good. When we left, the war wasn't going well. The signal means the UNSC's still fighting, or maybe we even won. What's the source of the transmission?
We don't have the surface details yet, sir. Something down there is blocking our scans, and without Serena. But we do have a rough location. Should be simple enough to triangulate once we pick up the signal from the ground.
Cutter to Jerome.
Reporting, Captain.
Prep Spartan Red Team and a small recon squad. Professor Anders will send you the coordinates. Find out who's sending that signal. Be on the ground within the hour. Travel light.
Roger that.
Did they make it to, was it Meridian? Is that where they're at? Are they, is Cortana down there? Is this during the time of Halo 5? Is that... Oh, I'll shut up.
Yeah, recon only.
28 years, Professor. Let's see what kind of galaxy we woke up to.
Oh, this is exciting. Look at that world. That is so cool.
Sear fire actual. I'm approaching the drop zone with Red Team.
See, the
Stand by for
gameplay
drop,
really
Red
helps.
Team. Look forward to shaking off some cobwebs, sir.
Feels good to have our feet back on real ground again, doesn't it, Alice?
You saw this place in the drop down, Douglas. Nothing real about it.
Alice is right. We don't know what's waiting for us down there. Keep your eyes out for trouble. Suit it up. On the way. Recon 1 reporting, sir. We set up charges to clear a path for you when you're ready. I don't know what they were defending against, but there's some heavy-duty barricades here. Everybody get clear. Moving out. Light up those charges, Alice. That's gonna hurt them. Moving to position.
Jerome, these aren't military defenses.
No, These were made in a hurry. They must have been desperate.
Why wouldn't they have defenses? They must have expected to be a target for the Covenant.
These guys don't even know the war's over. They don't know about the Didact, the Prometheans. What if the Prometheans are in this?
These are research buildings, no defenses. The people here weren't soldiers. They were scientists.
Find a friendly face down here.
It's one of our recon teams, sir. We found them like this when we arrived. Didn't see what hit them.
Looks like we may see some action after all.
Jerome, our recon team scouted out this portal that will take you down to that signal. I've ordered the rest of our forces to stay back and protect your exit while you investigate.
Yes, sir. 10-4. Professor, we found some more portals. There's something strange about them.
Odd. They look like they've been modified. And those machines attached to them aren't UNSC tech. Keep an eye out for any more of them.
And they probably would know if it's Covenant tech, so it's probably Promethean tech.
Spirit of Fire, we're outside. Base looks clear from out here. Let's see who's been calling.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Guys, everything I'm saying is probably really stupid. This is very well done. Gamer's Little Playground here, or Little Gamer's Playground. This channel did really well.
Call the table, 10 o'clock.
Whoa.
Spartans, thank God. We have to get out of here.
Identify.
Isabelle, UNSC Logistics, Arc Research Outpost.
Isabelle, where are the survivors? What's the strength of the Covenant force here?
Covenant? No. Why would... Listen, you're in incredible danger.
What was that?
It's him.
Didact? Is it Didact? Or it... Wait. My goodness. What the heck? Oh, that's not Master Chief. For sure.
As I suspected. Nothing but a man.
Red Team Leader, this is Recon 1. You have multiple hostiles approaching your location.
Alice. We're leaving.
Oh.
Little demon.
Command, this is Red Team. We have a spot.
That's...
Hunt them down.
Okay, hang on. Did he not die in Halo 2? Isn't that, what was his name, Tarsus? Was it Tarsus? He was the one that, like, turned on Arbiter in Halo 2. Tarsus, I thought. I don't know. That was him, isn't it? Okay. Cool.
Find out where they came from.
Douglas, stay with me.
And bring me back anything
Douglas!
useful.
I'm probably wrong again. I'm just saying stupid stuff, but... Look at this. Run for your lives.
Come on!
Do we
Sensing danger close. On our location. Trailing north. Commence 5 seconds.
Interesting plan.
Understood. Archer missiles inbound.
Tartarus. Tarsus? Tartarus. I can't remember what it was. But they're not Covenant. According to the AI girl.
Hang on.
Yeah, hurry up and drive away. They got their own warthog run to do.
Oh, what's happening out there? Where are we going?
We're getting you out of here, Isabelle. Sit tight.
Then we're coming back for that brute.
I tried to warn you. You're lucky to be alive.
Slay the cowards!
Watch out! Over there!
They're using the Ark's portals.
Portals. Why is it always portals?
It's interesting too because I don't think,
The controls to the bridge. Alice,
now that I think about it, in Halo 4 and Halo 5, we didn't actually really see the brutes, did we? It was all the Sangheili and Ungloy, but we didn't see the brutes. So I know they were a part of the Covenant, but we never really saw them after Halo 3.
now.
On it!
Make it quick. They're closing in.
Well, there. Speak of the Ungloys. Here we go.
She's gone.
Don't you believe it, Isabelle? We're on board, pilot. Let's go.
We have a medical team standing by for Douglas, Jerome. I want a full report from you and that AI as soon as you get back to the Spirit of Fire.
Alice is MIA. She'll stay silent down there until she has a good shot at getting back to us.
Sir? Isabelle, this is Captain Cutter.
I know who you are. James Cutter. Captain of the Spirit of Fire. You're supposed to be lost with all hands.
Not so lost, it seems. What happened down there? I need to know what we're up against. Isabelle? Isabelle, report.
Sir, 5 months ago, the portal from the Ark to Earth shut down without warning. A month later, he arrived.
He?
The Brute. Their leader. His name is Atriox.
Atriox. So yeah, the other guy died. Never mind. It's all clumping together now.
The Covenant used his clan as...
Like, I'm forgetting stuff because Halo 2 feels like it was 9 years ago. So, okay, it was the Brute, and it reminded me of him. And, okay, so Atriox.
expendable muscle. Told them dying in battle would speed their holy journey. 40 at a time, they carelessly sent them in. 40 to break the front lines. 40 to die for beliefs not their own. None ever returned. Until he did. And so battle by battle, war by war, 39 brothers at a time, Atriox was born. With every victory, his legend and his hatred of the Covenant grew. Eventually, both were impossible to conceal. And they tried to banish him. And everything we know about the Covenant's 1,000-year history. Atriox was the first to defy the Covenant and survive. And his defiance inspired others.
Now this is an army, my gosh. Look at them just beat the snot out of the elites. Oh! It's like having a giant Hulk, but like 100 of them. Oh crap, are we gonna have to fight him in Infinite?
Banished raided Covenant resources, cutting a swath across the galaxy, growing in strength with each attack, gathering killers and mercenaries to his side. The Covenant had two targets in those years, humanity and Atriox. They almost got us, but Atriox, they never came close. The whole damn Covenant couldn't contain him at the height of their power. That's what you're up against. And all you've got is one old ship and half a crew to staff her? We need to run as far and as fast as we can.
Don't be stubborn. She's smart.
Just one ship. And an old one at that. But here we are. 30 years past what anyone could ask of us. Our war is gone. The lives we had are gone. The worlds we knew have moved on. And now, all that we may have left are those standing beside us. And the duty that defines us. Battle after battle, fighting side by side. Together. Where you see half a crew, Isabelle, I see family, courage, and 1,000 heroes.
Where you see 6 of one,
fight their way
I
through
see
hell
half a
before
dozen
they
of another.
ever turn their backs and run. And where you see one old ship, I see home. And that is always worth fighting for.
I mean, you guys aren't alone. You could probably go back to the UNSC and get a hero's welcome. But sure, throw yourself in a suicide mission.
If we don't stop Atriox now, we leave the galaxy at the mercy of a monster.
Go back and get help.
So no, Isabelle, we won't be running anywhere today.
Sir, yes, sir.
That said, I mean, it was very
Captain,
inspiring.
I appreciate a good rousing speech as much as the next AI, but Atriox has had months to set up his forces on the Ark. Even if we could find him, attacking him head-on would be suicide.
That's why we have to fight smart by hitting Atriox's chain of command first. Isabelle, you know the Banished and their operations here. Where do we start?
Decimus. He's one of Atriox's chief lieutenants and the one who led the attack on my outpost. He oversees a Banished salvage operation near the outpost.
We need to hit the Banished with a surprise attack to put them on their back foot. Then move south and establish an HQ. Once we have a base, we can begin our attack on Decimus.
Captain, Isabelle said the portal her outpost was using to contact Earth closed without warning. Once we start this fight, we have no way of calling for help if we need it.
That's what you'll be working on, Professor. I need you to find us a way to get word back home. In the meantime, it's up to us to hold the line here. Let's show them what
Hold
the
the
spirit
line.
of fire can do.
Another Mass Effect reference.
Listen up, team. The Banished are dug in deep and dead set on controlling this installation, and we cannot allow that to happen. Strike one. Your job is to establish a forward base. Expect resistance.
the captain, Strike One. Hit them hard, Marines.
That Forerunner tower up ahead is generating an incredible energy signature. If you can secure it, we might be able to tap into that power.
Got it, Professor. Capture that power node, team.
You're fighting deep.
Looks like the Banished are using those nodes to pull power from the Ark. But now I can reconfigure them to supply our bases on the ground.
Thanks, Professor. I'll keep an eye out for more. Now let's find a way to get across that canyon. On the move.
Those wrecks are from the last days of the Covenant. The Banished are repurposing what's left to build new weapons. Scavengers picking from the bones of the dead.
Local units.
Spirit of Fire Actual. We have destroyed the base, awaiting new orders.
This is a good location to establish a base of our own.
Guys, I am so sorry for doing this in the middle of a video, but I just need to know this for sure. When in the Halo timeline does Halo Wars 2 take place?
According to Wikipedia, Halo Wars 2 takes place in the science fiction universe of the Halo series. The game is set in 2559, 28 years after the events of Halo Wars and shortly after the events of Halo 5, Guardians.
All right. So we are at a current time. This is a sequel to Halo 5. So we're just moving on. This isn't just a side story. I mean, maybe it's a side story, but this is, my math was right. This is after Halo 5, and we're now, which now I feel better about that. It sounded like just that much of an idiot. But now we're at, so now this is, okay, never mind. We're bridging, this is what's bridging us from Halo 5 into Halo Infinite.
It's the heart of your operation, and once it's constructed, you can call in more structures to build an army.
Captain, I'm picking up a broadcast to local Banished channels.
Can you intercept, Isabelle?
Routing to you now.
Salvage teams, this is Decimus. Why have you ceased production? Explain yourselves.
Sounds like we got his attention.
We won't have long before he realizes what's happened. Isabelle, keep intercepting those transmissions and sending them through. Jerome, get that base up and running.
Captain, I'm detecting a significant energy buildup in orbit above our base.
Plasma bombardment on the way. Take cover, Strike One.
So you crawled out of your hiding places for another battery? I thought we bloodied you enough last time. That was a taste of our power, humans. If you want more...
All I can think of are the penguins in the Super Mario Brothers movie when Bowser's attacking. If you haven't seen that movie, it's great. And they're all just hitting Bowser with snowballs, and he's like, "That is but a taste of our fury."
I'll be waiting.
We can't turn down an invitation like that. What's the damage?
Nothing our restoration drones can't repair. We were lucky this time. That plasma beam came from the Banished carrier ship, the one that attacked my outpost. The rest of Decimus' salvage operation is north of your position and marked on the map. Make him pay.
They'll be happy to deliver, Isabelle. Now let's get going.
I ain't giving anyone a piggyback. Let's go. On the move. Rolling out.
I'm detecting another energy buildup. Take cover.
I wonder if,
Take cover.
when this is done, Isabelle will get recruited, because we know Cortana's still out there. So maybe as an AI, she'll get recruited by Cortana.
Run as you did before. You will burn like all we killed here.
Burning rubber. Trying to keep it steady. Moving out.
Group 1.
Marines, ready to serve.
I'm guessing that's Decimus.
He looks bigger than the last time I saw him.
Marines under hostile vehicle fire. Do you read?
I'm there, sir. On the double.
All units.
I will Hollow out your skulls and let the short ones use them as toys!
The short ones.
Master, put an end to these creatures!
I would imagine playing the Halo Wars games. I always play the Halo games on Xbox. I do know these RTS games are probably a lot easier to play on PC.
The Ark is ours, humans, and no one will stand before the might of the Banished!
Like, it would be a lot easier to move a mouse around and click what you need to click.
Moving out. I'm under fire from ground troops. Nice and simple. You got it.
So by the button prompts here, I can see they played on Xbox.
All units. Watch out, you've got incoming.
I am impressed, humans. We'll meet again.
Now he's bombing his own base?
Monster. Killing his own as casually as he kills us.
Decimus must be trying to hide something. Search what's left.
Wow.
We found something, Captain. Uploading now. Isabelle, can you decrypt this for us?
Oh, this isn't good. I'm only recovering bits and pieces of data, but it all points to a cartographer.
Cartographer? Who's that?
Not who, what. I'll debrief you when you're back on the ship.
Cartographer.
This is gonna take a lot of explaining.
The intelligence we captured at Decimus's base indicates the Banished are using something called the cartographer. What can you tell us, Isabelle?
The cartographer is a map of everything on the Ark. That means Atriox could use it to locate key systems and weapons on this installation.
Isabelle and I have been going over the data from Decimus's base, and we found a way into the cartographer, but it's not going to be easy. The cartographer's defenses make it almost impenetrable. The only way up to it is by a Forerunner elevator. If you can get access to the local Forerunner control towers, I can take control of the elevator and take us up. It's our only chance of getting inside.
We'll have to take it. We need to hit the Banished again before they find out what we discovered at their base. Get to the cartographer and find out what Atriox is planning. Be careful. The Banished may still have traffic moving along the route.
Okay. It's a pretty looking game.
Coming in now, sir. Okay, listen up, team. You've all been chosen for this mission because you've seen plenty of action. We can't send a large force in without alerting Atriox to our presence. So I need the best.
I hope they kill Atriox, because I really don't want to have to fight him as Master Chief. I know Master Chief probably would be able to take him.
Scout the area. The Banished may still have troops moving along routes near the cartographer. Let's hustle! Spirit of Fire. We found destroyed Banished mining equipment. Do we have another team down here?
Negative. It sounds like we have another party in the mix. Be careful. The enemy of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
Rolling out. On my way. I'm on it. Isabelle, have you seen anything like this before?
It's a massacre. Anyone that could do this to the Banished isn't someone we want to run into.
Agreed. Whatever happened here, we still have a job to do. Let's keep moving. Spirit of Fire. We found out who's been attacking the Banished mining operation here.
Looks like the Ark will only tolerate so much abuse before launching Sentinels to defend itself. This has to be related to the Banished using the cartographer.
Okay.
Moving out. Hornet, en route.
Professor, we've reached one of the control towers.
Capture and hold it so I can start working on the elevator. Remember, each tower you hold will increase the speed that I can take control. Vehicle down.
I'm there, sir.
All units. Group 3.
Be advised, hostile forces are in the area. Moving out.
Man, there's so much you gotta be aware of in these RTS games, right? Like, you gotta kind of manage so many different areas at once.
I've unlocked the elevator.
All
I've only played a couple, so maybe I could like them if I played them more. The only RTS I've ever really played was Warcraft 2. I think.
That was the
First or
last
second one.
That'll put a serious dent in their Wraith production.
Good work, team. We've got
I just remember playing at a friend's house, and it was like you had to keep building all these huts and everything to build up an army, and you would like have these little servants go and do stuff, and they'd be like, "Yes, my lord." I think was that Warcraft, and I know StarCraft is another one. I've just not been a fan of this style. I know other people who have played them, and I've always just kind of been like, it's not for me. I'm watching this, I'm thinking, maybe because it's Halo, I would get into it more. I don't know.
a clear route to the cartographer now, and you heard the Banished Wraith production at the same time.
Feels good to have another win, sir.
It may be a bit early for celebrations, Jerome. Let's wait until we find out what Atriox has been planning at the cartographer.
Start log. Senior Chief Petty Officer Alice 130. I managed to make it out of the outpost, and I've been tracking an enemy convoy to one of their compounds. They took some of our troops prisoner back there, and I'm not gonna leave them behind. I've spotted another abandoned research post, and I should be able to use it to send an encrypted message to the captain. I don't think they're expecting trouble. Time for me to give them some. End log. We got hostiles.
It's a good thing they put gameplay in this, or it would be very disjointed with the cutscenes, because there's not as many cutscenes.
Come get some. Moving to position. I'm under attack from enemy infantry. On the run. Let's do this.
Whoa! The cavalry's here. Oh, I felt that.
I'm getting you out of there. Hang on. Ready your weapons, troops. We're gonna get everyone back. It's gonna be a ball.
You're a sight for sore eyes, Spartan. I thought we'd never see you again.
We're only gonna get one shot at a pickup, so let's get everybody before we call for a ride home. Stay close to me, and we'll all get out of here together. Moving out. On the move.
Let's go.
Spirit of Fire Actual. This is Alice 130 reporting in.
Good to hear from you, Alice. How did you make it out?
Commandeered an enemy vehicle, sir. I've rescued some of our troops, and we're ready to get back in the fight.
Isabelle's got your signal, and we're sending in Pelicans to extract you. But she's also intercepted enemy chatter. The Banished are heading to your position now.
We'll hold the line until extraction, sir.
It's too hot for a complete base drop, but the Spirit of Fire is standing by to lend support.
Thanks. We'll make do. Alice out.
Alice, I have turrets ready to deploy to help shore up your defenses.
Let's move.
All right.
Exactly what I signed up for. Yes, sir. Cyclops under assault from enemy ground forces. I love the smell of burning rubber in the morning. No problemo. Receiving fire from ground troops. Oh. I hope we all learned something today.
All right, here we go. I have to admit, I'm glad that I'm getting gameplay to fill in the dialogue in between. Sometimes I'm kind of like, okay, I'm ready, let's skip ahead. But I guess I need to know this. It does make things a little smoother, but...
Close call. Where are we heading next, sir?
I'm putting those troops under your command so you can continue hit-and-run operations against the Banished. How would you like to cause them more trouble?
Well, I know I'm staying. Only one question, sir. Who are the Banished?
I'll get Isabelle to put a briefing package together for you so you can catch up. Good hunting.
That's what I like to
Professor,
do, walk around with a big
once
turret.
you arrive at the cartographer, you need to find out what Atriox is planning to use it for.
Understood, Captain. Isabelle gave me everything the UNSC already knows about the area, and it looks like we'll need to reach the map room.
Also, I've been running scans as we get closer. There seem to be large power signatures from the central chamber nearby. It's unclear whether it's Banished or Forerunner in origin.
Be careful, Professor.
Forerunner.
There will be a strong Banished presence. And from what we've seen of the Sentinel defenses, you may have them to deal with too.
I'll let Jerome handle the former, but as for the Sentinels, remember that special project we were talking about earlier? I think it might be time for a test run.
It's not quite done yet, but I'll give it a shot. I'll wait for your word from down there. Good luck.
Special project.
Up ahead. That's where we need to go. Come on. Oh, great. That was our way in.
Spirit of Fire Actual, we've got a problem. The route through to the map room is blocked by some kind of energy shield.
Can you open it, Professor?
Well, we're in the right place. Those power signatures I detected in the central chamber must be connected to this energy shield somehow.
Spirit of Fire, we may be here a while. Let's find a way to open the shield. Wait, what's that sound? On the run! Not exactly a hard target, sir. I'm under fire from ground troops! Moving out! Spartan, Professor, there's some kind of Forerunner structure here.
That's the conduit for the energy shields, but the Banished have locked it down. As much as I'd like a more scientific solution, I think you're just going to have to destroy it to force it to shut down.
Only one way to find out.
Blast it.
Weapons free, team. Target that conduit. Did you feel that, Professor?
Well, that should do it. Oh. Oh, the Sentinel swarm is imminent.
Looks like they're here to stay, Professor. Any ideas?
What's the status of our special project, Isabelle?
It's ready, Professor. You guys might want to hold on to something down there.
Clear those Sentinels. Our weapons aren't making a dent.
Isabelle, we're going to need another EMP to clear them out.
All units.
Oh.
Almost too easy.
There we go.
That did it. We've opened the energy shield to the central chamber, Professor. What happens now?
Hopefully now we get more pretty cutscenes.
Professor, wait!
Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
I like the pretty cutscenes that are like watching a movie. Those are fun.
Phew, smells bad. Brute bad. They must have been using these passages to avoid the Sentinels.
Yeah, but the brutes don't smell great.
Okay. There are 3 more conduits in this area. Each of them are controlling the Forerunner shield, blocking our path to the map room. So you'll need to shut down every one of them.
I never expected it to be easy, Professor.
Watch out for the Sentinels. They'll swarm in once you start attacking the conduits.
Then we better work fast. Let's find those conduits lead to this.
What if they did smell good? Like, wouldn't that be kind of weird? Like, they're all, you know, but then, like, when you walk up to one, it's soft and furry, and you scratch its fur, and it, you know, smells like pancakes or something.
Making a mess of it. Walk in the park. Moving out.
All units.
Moving to position.
Isabelle, there's another swarm blocking our entrance to the map room. Power up the EMP.
On the run. Roger. See you back in the mess.
Leader power ready. All units. Leader power.
That's cleared them out.
That looks like it did it, Professor. It's all yours.
Time to find out what Atriox has been up to.
Come on, more pretty cutscenes. We want cutscenes. I mean, I get it. This is kind of a part of it, but
From here. Weapon systems, environmental controls, bioresource libraries, and the Ark's portal network. Captain, Atriox has been using the cartographer to map and take over the Ark's portal nodes. There's thousands of them. He's got coverage over the whole of the Ark.
That's how his troops seem to be everywhere at once. At least we know how he's doing it now. Professor, I need to know how he's controlling that network so we can take it out. Do you have what you need?
Well, I'd love to stay and find out more, but I'd say that's our cue to go.
Spirit of fire. We're on our way back.
Atriox's forces are too strong and too well entrenched for us to fight head-on. But he's spread his troops far and wide by abusing the Ark's network of portals. That's his biggest mistake.
Thanks to the information the professor got from the cartographer, we know Atriox's key controller for the portal network is nearby.
If we destroy it, it'll cripple his ability to use that portal network.
Some of Atriox's troops will be stranded, and the rest won't be able to redeploy as easily. It'll give us a fighting chance.
The bad news is that we've detected mass deployment of Banished forces in this area, which means Atriox knows of our plans. The Banished will do everything they can to defend that portal control hub.
You'll need to neutralize each of the portals on the approach to the control hub, or we'll be overrun. To make things worse, our scouts believe Decimus arrived a few hours ago, and he'll be looking for a rematch. Make sure he doesn't walk away from this one.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Enemies on the way! Move faster, Grunts, or I'll throw you at them myself!
Spirit of fire. We have eyes on the first portal and we're returning to base.
this one has a lot more, in this video we're getting a lot more gameplay action than we did in the first Halo Wars video that we watched.
Thanks, Isabelle. We've got our orders, team.
There seem to be more
Neutralize every
cutscenes
portal
in
we
that
see until
one.
we reach the banished portal controller.
Group 2.
I'm assuming by the length of this video too, which I think is longer than the first one was that time. This probably was a bigger game than the first Halo Wars.
Captain, I'm still reading.
I'd be curious, like I'm watching this video, it's kind of hard to tell, I'm not an RTS guy, but I'd be curious if you guys who are fans of RTS games actually, like, did you like this game? How did you like it compared to the first one? Kind of looks like a transformer, actually. More than meets the eye.
Group 1.
It'll be a walk in the park.
Protect the portal! Crush the humans like the insects they are!
Come over here and try it, Decimus!
Soon enough, little demon. Soon enough.
Ground troops, over!
All units.
Walk in the park. You got it. They're as good as dead.
ODSTs up.
You can count on me, sir.
We've taken out an enemy structure.
Styles. 5x5.
Reduced an enemy structure to rubble. Leader point earned.
See you back at the mess.
Local units.
Demolition charges on the double.
We've destroyed an enemy structure.
Willing and able.
Be careful, Jerome. Decimus has had time to prepare for this. The Banished have shown a surprising amount of control over the Ark system so far. There's no telling how he'll use that against you.
But with that control, how long will it be before they figure out how to make a Halo?
We won't give him the chance, Isabelle.
All units.
You know, one thing I was talking about in
all units.
Keep going. It's It's almost done.
One thing I was talking about in another reaction video I was doing with the Spartan Ops video was that it kind of felt to me like there wasn't really a need for any of this to be called Halo anymore, because ever since after the initial trilogy, Halos haven't really played a factor in this at all. I compared it to, like, what would it be like if we called the whole Star Wars universe the Death Star? You know, like the Death Star made up, it was like a big deal in the first movie, and then even in Return of the Jedi, but really, there's so much more to Star Wars than just the Death Star, and I kind of felt that way about Halo. That, you know, a big thing in the original games was on, you know, it was the actual Halo weapon, but I mean, now we're with Forerunners and Didac, you know, all this other stuff, and now Cortana going rogue. And really, the Halos themselves just seem to be a small part of it. All of that to say, hearing them talk about the Banished trying to make another Halo, this is the first time I feel like we've actually heard anything about Halos in quite some time.
Decimus is down. Is that it? Done?
Excuse me.
Well done, team. We're a step closer to leveling the playing field.
Captain, we have Banshees incoming.
Sir, Captain Cutter. Isabelle.
Spirit of Fire is under attack from the Banished fleet. Return to the ship, now.
Spirit of Fire to Alice 130. We have deactivated the Banished portal network. Are you in position?
Isabelle, I wasn't expecting to hear from you. Where's the captain?
The Spirit of Fire is under heavy attack from the Banished carrier, so he's asked me to be your liaison while he deals with it.
You've made quite an impression on the Banished down there. We're showing signs of massive troop movement your way. Can you hold out while we're dealing with this attack?
Don't worry, Isabelle. I've got this one. Good to be working with you. Alice out. All right, troops. Looks like the Banished want to put an end to our fun.
Alice is pretty cool.
Upstairs, so we're on our own.
It's a weird name for a Spartan. Like, I see the Master Chief like helmet, and it's like, that's Alice.
Push them back, troops.
I wonder if Alice. That's gonna be the weird thing I didn't see coming. We won't actually be Master Chief and Infinite. We're gonna be Alice.
All units.
Let me have those tin cans, boss. Getting hit by ground troops. Over.
All right, hang on. I feel like just sitting here watching all of this action, I'm not getting a ton of cutscenes, but watching all of this gameplay is just making me hungry. I need something to eat. Okay, I'm back. I got some popcorn. I figured if I'm going to sit here and watch another 45 or 50 minutes of RTS gameplay for the story, I'm going to get to at least enjoy some popcorn and a drink while I do it.
They never learn, do they?
Local units. All units. Leader power ready.
Forces. Under fire from ground troops. Fire from ground troops.
Reinforcements level 2 researched.
That's cool that it said ODST drop.
We're under attack from ground troops.
Good to see the ODSTs involved.
Local
Orders
units.
incoming, hell jumpers.
Group 2 assigned.
That's it, Alice. They've stopped. Wait. No, there's something else, and it's very big.
Go.
It's a scarab. They're sending in a scarab.
Oh, scarab.
Get ready. We're gonna have our work cut out for us with this one.
Just send a Spartan in there. They sneak up. They go around the back. They blow up that little thing in the middle. And then they jump off.
Rally point set.
We did it tons of times.
Keep hitting that scarab. If we don't break it, it's over for us.
All units.
Man, that thing's intense.
I'm under attack from a scarab!
Enemy scarab is out of the fight.
Isabelle, scarab is down. Repeat, scarab is down.
I'm impressed. Is that it? Are there more incoming?
Negative, Isabelle. Looks like they've given up.
It doesn't look that way from here on the bridge. We're still under attack from the Banished carrier. The captain recommends you keep a small base there to guard the portal, but be ready to move out. I think we're going to need your help down there again very soon. Isabelle out.
Leader power ready.
Now we got a cutscene. I've been waiting for one of these really pretty.
Get those hatches closed. Where are we on that hull breach in Sector 17?
ETA 60 seconds. Starboard guns down.
Captain,
Oh man.
hard to do my best work like this. Can't we fight back?
Carrier just released more banshees.
Are we fighting back?
We are, Professor. Let me handle that. You just give me the update on the Ark.
Oh man.
Starboard guns are down. Vacuum module 3 has internal fires. Poked the nest, didn't we?
We did. Evacuate and vent. How long can we keep this up?
Not long. We're losing too many guns. At this rate, it'll be over soon. I think I found a way to get help. You can reopen our portal? No. We're going to Mega Halo. What?
Woo!
I've discovered the Ark keeps an almost finished ring in its central forges at all times. It's an emergency replacement in case one of the other rings breaks down. Rings? You must mean galaxy-destroying super weapons, right? Well, on that front, I figured out how to disable the ring's firing mechanism. We can only launch it to one of the locations of the original rings, however.
Isabelle, you said the Master Chief first found a ring near enough to reach. That would make it within range of a comms beacon. It could work. Anders, how long do you need?
12
No
hours, if my
way.
calculations are correct.
We don't have 12 hours, Professor. We might not have 12 minutes.
No
Just
way.
can't beat that right now.
I can. I'm gonna need a little help, though.
Explain.
Well, for starters, I need her down there with me.
Isabelle?
Sorry, sir. I've been on the Ark a while. After recent battle reports, you should have figured out that there are rules around here. I intend to break one. A big one. We'll need to split ground forces between these two locations to buy me some time.
You're taking control of ground forces now? Buy you time for what?
That ship brought these monsters. Killed everyone I was supposed to protect. Now it wants to do the same to you. I won't let that happen. It's time to show them what power really means around here.
Oh.
Captain.
Yeah, she's totally gonna work with Cortana.
Cannon we discovered at the cartographer. We've targeted the Banished
So-
carrier, and we're ready to fire on your say-so.
They're talking about building a Halo, and then they mentioned the first Halo from the original game. They mentioned Master Chief, which I liked, and they mentioned Master Chief, and they said that the very first Halo that he found near Reach. So are they going back? And they said they need to go back to one of those locations, right? Of a pre-existing Halo. So are they going back to the original location where the original Halo was? Super cool.
Do it. The Spirit of Fire wasn't built to fight a carrier like the Enduring Conviction, and we can't hold it off for long.
We're locked on, Captain. The cannon's not large enough to destroy the carrier, but it will immobilize it and punch a hole through its shields. If we can stay alive long enough.
That's where the second part of Isabelle's plan comes in. Jerome, are you and Isabelle in place?
Yes, sir. We're making our approach to the Banished base beneath that carrier.
Good. Be ready to get Isabelle inside the carrier once its shields are down. Douglas, Atriox can't afford to lose that carrier, so he'll be sending all his local forces at you to stop that cannon. That's a confirmed hit, Professor. The enduring conviction is immobilized and not going anywhere. What's the ETA on full penetration of its shields?
Hard to estimate, Captain. This thing didn't exactly come with instructions. I'll draw as much power as I can into the cannon, but we're going to make one heck of a target.
Agreed. Douglas, the Banished carrier is Atriox's biggest weapon and only means of slipstream
I'm wondering, a lot of you guys said that Halo Infinite is a wonderful return back to the original feel of Halo. I wonder if the reason why not just because we said we were going to go through all the games, but a lot of you guys said that Halo Wars 2 was kind of a must watch before getting into Infinite. Is it possible that the events of this game are going to trigger what happens in Halo Infinite? I mean, besides what's going on with Cortana, are we going back to the original location of the original one to kind of give it that feel? A lot of people said that 343 kind of almost like redacted Halo 4 and 5 to do Halo Infinite. Like they really retconned it due to the fan backlash. I don't know. So are we getting back on the Halo from the original location? Anyway.
Sport. So he'll be sending everything he can to destroy that cannon.
Now that we've crippled their portals, the Banished will have to make a traditional frontal assault using whatever local forces they have. To reach the cannon, the Banished will have to pass through those choke points to the east and west. So we've set up UNSC barriers there to defend them. We need to make sure they hold fast.
I've set up monitoring equipment along each of the possible routes, so I can alert Douglas as the Banished arrive.
And with Atriox redirecting all his forces your way, he'll be leaving the base beneath the carrier relatively clear, giving Jerome and Isabelle a chance to infiltrate it. They'll be standing by for word when you've broken through the carrier's shields. Hold the line, team.
Hold the line.
Jerome, this is Douglas. We got a confirmed hit on the carrier shield. It's gonna take a while to punch through, but it's working.
Good to hear. We're making our way now. Keep that carrier busy for us.
Douglas, I'm starting to get early warning alerts on those monitors. The Banished will be here soon.
Armory constructed.
Making my way.
I was watching that timer in the corner about the carrier breach, and I was like, man, I do not want to sit here and wait 30 minutes for this.
Sure thing, Professor. Think they've taken on a punishment yet?
It really takes time to play these RTS games.
Incoming communication. It's not encrypted, and it's not UNSC. I'm patching it through.
Ah, little Spartan. I see you've recovered from our introduction. It seems you need another lesson.
That was him.
Atriox.
Forget him. We need to focus on... on the everything they're throwing at us.
Good. I've got some anger to work off.
Here goes. It worked. The shields are down.
Nice shooting, Professor. Get ready for extraction back to the Spirit of Fire. Jerome, this is Douglas. The shield is down and you are a go.
Roger that, Douglas.
Here we go.
Now get your troops clear. You don't want to be down there when Isabelle gets started. Alice, this is Jerome. Isabelle and I are making our approach on the Banished base beneath the carrier.
Roger that, Jerome. My team is standing by and ready to roll on your say-so.
Good to hear. Once the carrier's shield is down, we'll only have a small window of time to board it via the grav lift. I need your team on standby, in case we run into any problems.
I've got your back, Jerome. You just worry about getting there. Good luck.
We're approaching the LZ for the grav lift now. Wait, we got hostiles.
once in a while, her her tone isn't exactly the same, but there are nuances of Alice's voice that still sound like Jennifer Hale did the voiceover for it. Very interesting.
Hold on, we're going down.
No!
Into that grav lift isn't going to be as easy as we hoped.
Jerome, I'm picking up chatter over comms. The Banished are on their way.
Sniper team, this is Sergeant Olieri. The Banished defense has got the drop on us and grounded Jerome and Isabelle's Pelican on the way to the grav lift. Get to the crash site and rendezvous with them for new orders.
Got eyes on hostile.
So Alice was in Halo 1 and was played by Lee Allen Baker, in Halo Wars, I mean. And then in this game by someone named Aaron Stewart. Well, Aaron Stewart, you sound a little bit like Jennifer Hale. Not completely. There's just certain nuances about the voice. I think sounds like Jennifer Hale. For those who don't know, Jennifer Hale is the one who plays Palmer.
Local units.
And Shepard from Mass Effect. And like 90,000 other roles in video games.
Local units.
Suicide grunts, take him out from range.
Take out your targets and press this up fast.
Ooh.
Oh, and I thought I was going to get to rescue a Spartan today.
Glad to have you with us. We're going to need your eyes to spot any more Banished surprises. Let's move out.
Let's go.
Those turrets are still active around the grav lift, Jerome. We're gonna need some heavy armor to destroy them.
That's what Alice is here for. 130, do you copy? We're ready.
Ah, Captain Jerome, it's about time, too. I was beginning to think you wanted to win this war on your own.
Wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Alice. Banished are defending their grav lift with anti-air turrets. I have Isabelle with me, so I can't risk a frontal assault, and a Pelican won't make it past those guns. I need someone to flank them and take them out.
Okay, we can station Kodiaks at these 3 points, so we can hit those turrets simultaneously. You'll be able to get across before the Banished have even noticed.
Got eyes on hostile.
Setting up more defenses. Kodiaks, target those generators and fire at will.
Units.
Always nice to have a rest. Getting going.
Group 1.
There we go.
All out, team. I'll jump in if you get into any trouble. Let's protect those Kodiaks. Adjusting elevation.
Group 4 assigned.
Negative, sir. Go. That's the final location. Deploy the Kodiak and stand by on my orders. You have a target for me, sir? Acquiring target. Kodiaks, fire!
Jerome, this is Douglas. The carrier shield is down and you are good to go. Roger that, Douglas. Now get your troops clear. You don't want to be down there when Isabelle and I are finished. That goes for you too, Alice. This is it, Isabelle. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Go get him, Isabelle. I like Isabelle. She's a cool AI. Nice.
Whoa.
Problem?
No. We've just never had Spartan ringside seats before.
Let's get to work. Our entrance wasn't exactly subtle.
Okay.
I really hope my chewing isn't like
Just
coming
need
through
to
a mic.
find their... Got it. Troops below are clear. I'm starting now. Promise you won't leave without me.
vessel. Isabelle, what do we do, Isabelle?
Wow. So kids, that's how the internet works. That's what happens on the inside of your computer. Well, Isabelle's got big feelings like Cortana did. Oh, man. Wow, look at that! Wow. Whoa. What a scene. That's really well done. Wow. These graphics are amazing. Does Isabelle control them all?
Isabelle, it's done. Time to go home.
Whoa. You've been busy?
Not as busy as you.
The grav lift. What do we do?
You hold on.
Wait, what? Wait.
No, we got like a next generation of Chief and Cortana right there. That's cool.
One Spartan. Yes, and the AI. We still don't know how she accessed our... How many of your men survived? Enough to honor our contract.
Wow.
But how? Get everyone you can on that ring. Take it from the humans. Prove you are still worth your price.
Wow.
About 30 minutes ago, we lost contact with several of our landing parties on the new Halo ring. Shortly thereafter, we received confirmation of a large Banished invasion.
Okay.
When a new ring is launched, the Ark activates access points.
Now it's Halo
Sentinels
again.
can finalize preparations. Atriox must be using these points to send his troops up.
We have to stop the flow of Banished reinforcements getting to this access point before our forces on the Halo are overwhelmed. Once that's done, we can send our forces up to help clean the Banished off the ring.
And Captain, if I may, please try to limit collateral damage while you're down there. The Foundry is literally the birthplace of the Halos. There's so much we could learn from it about slip space travel, gravitational manipulation, or Building the biggest guns the galaxy has ever seen. Just don't blow it up.
Yep. That last cutscene with all the Sentinels falling, that was really something else. That was one of the most impressive game cutscenes I think I've ever seen. That looked like something out of, like that was cinema, you know? That was something out of a big Hollywood Marvel movie or something like that.
Time to try and blast our way through. Every second we wait, the Banished are moving more troops onto the ring through that access point. We've got to reach the Foundry and stop the Banished boarding the ring.
That Scarab's plasma beam could easily destroy the Banished barricades. If we could capture it, that is.
I know just the people for the job. Alice, Douglas, fight your way through and capture that Scarab.
It'll be a pleasure. Hold them back! Spirit of fire! We need backup! We can't hold out much longer!
For some reason, I just heard him say that, and I just got like massive like TV evangelist like vibes out of that. You know, Spirit of fire! We need backup! You know, like I don't know. Anyway.
Hey, hang on.
Down here, pilot. Thanks, Spartans. We haven't been able to make much headway since we've been here. We're here to change that.
All units.
I hear you, sir. We've got new orders. We're gonna capture a Scarab so we can take down the barricades.
This I gotta see. You got our guns.
Alice 130 ready.
Group 3 assigned.
Better hurry up. They're moving more troops to that Scarab. I think it's nearly repaired.
If we don't get there before the Banished repair it, there'll be no way for us to breach their defenses.
You know, Alice, I've always wanted to drive one of those things.
Okay, you're up.
They are fun.
Stay on the ground anyways.
They definitely are a game changer, and they make a big difference.
Count on. Scorpion under assault from enemy ground forces. On the double. Taking them out. You got it. On the way.
How easy is it to die in this game?
Keep destroying those facilities, and they'll have fewer troops to put on the Halo.
Do these RTS games, like the Halo Wars, do they have different? They must have different difficulty levels as well.
We have hostiles.
Watch out! You've got incoming.
You shall not take our Scarab, demons. Shipmaster, I have the human's location.
Spartans, the Banished have an honor guard overseeing the repair of the Scarab.
Excellent. It's been a while since I tussled with an honor guard. I'm receiving fire from enemy birds. Can anyone assist? I'm there, sir. On the run. They ran in.
Leader power ready.
Got a hostile air unit that won't leave me alone.
All units.
Taking them out. Come get some.
Any chance of some anti-air support?
You destroyed our carrier, demons. I shall see your remains scattered to the winds. Thou, Sahab, will return to my clan with your heads. This is for my fallen brother.
The honor guard is at the picture. Douglas, you're up.
There we go. Just kind of waiting to get from one big cutscene to another.
This sure beats a warthog.
Yeah, it does. Try doing that. A Scarab run.
Going.
All units.
Run away! Run away!
Reminds me of when we were playing Hyrule Warriors and you got to control.
I think I just stepped in something.
Is it Va Meadow? He's like the big scorpion on the mountain. No, that's not Va Meadow. Va Meadow's the one that
Still
flies.
vulnerable to air and anti-vehicle units. Make sure you have a support force to
I
respond
can't remember
quickly to
now.
attacks. We cannot afford to lose it.
Anyway, reminds me of piloting a divine beast in Hyrule Warriors.
All units.
No problem. I'm receiving fire from enemy birds. Can anyone assist?
Fire base constructed.
The Banished have established bases at the edge of the Foundry. They're sending troops up to the Halo using the nearby access point.
It's vital you destroy those bases, team. If we don't stop the Banished reinforcing that Halo, our troops there will have no chance to hold it.
By my estimation, we don't have long.
Then let's make sure we win.
Anyway. Artillery deploying. Take out those blister bags fast.
All units. The enemy has destroyed one of our buildings.
Did they ever make a Star Wars RTS game?
More blister bags inbound.
Units. All units.
See you back in the mech. Hey, Roger.
I'm under enemy attack.
Our base is under attack.
Spartan under
all units.
Hey, get those charges down.
Douglas Airport 2 under attack.
All units.
I'm being harassed by enemy birds.
Taking out the trash. I'll get there.
There we go.
You did it! They won't be able to send any more of their troops.
I
Good.
enjoyed that, sir. What are our next orders?
We need you on the installation. We may have stopped the Banished flow of reinforcements, but Atriox already has a sizable force on the ring. Use the access point to get yourself to the ring and set a charge to destroy it behind you. Jerome is already en route. Report to him when you arrive.
Yes, sir. It'll be good to get the whole team back together again.
We've stopped the tide of Banished reinforcements arriving on the ring.
There we go.
But
the Halo.
Atriox has already managed to gain a foothold near Alpha Base.
Our troops have been trying to reach the ring's control room, but the routes are cut off by a Banished shield.
We've got to get to that control room so I can deactivate the Halo's firing systems and plant our signal beacon. If I can't do that, we won't be sending an SOS back home. We'll be sending a very large and very live bomb.
If Atriox gets control of this Halo, he'll be holding a gun to the head of all life across hundreds of light years. We have to clear the Banished off this ring. It's up to you, Red Team.
Captain, your troops fight with a tenacity that almost matches my Jiralhane brothers. I'm impressed. You and I are survivors, and I respect that. So I offer you a boon. Take your troops, take your ship, leave now, and I will not hunt you down.
Did you make the same offer to the people you slaughtered at that outpost? We're not going anywhere. We're only talking right now because you know I'm going to take this arc from you.
Treachery. These are the only reasons you still live, Cutter. Very well. I admire your spirit, Captain. But you've just sentenced your little ship to oblivion.
Stay down.
It's a wonder you stayed alive without me.
Always gotta Gotta show off, hey Alice?
Who gets to take this one?
Oh!
Figured you two have had enough fun.
It's funny watching the graphics zoomed in like this, because when you see the cutscenes, you're like, wow, this looks fantastic. And then they zoom in like that, and there's like barely any texture on the suits at all.
Disarming the Halo before it heads towards human space.
We'll get it done, sir.
We're halfway there, troops. Stay the course. Group 2.
Red team, we have hostiles at the barrier. Won't be able to hold it for long.
Hold the line, red team.
All units.
Pelican leaving the DZ and returning to base. Under fire from ground. Make my way. Units delivered.
All units. Our base is under attack.
Get it going. I'm there.
Turret constructed.
What's that sound?
The installation has released a retriever. They're the Ark's most powerful sentinels.
Okay.
Didn't have enough going on.
Heightened security protocols kicked in as soon as the Halo left the Ark. That may work in our favor.
Oh yeah, I'm getting pounded by artillery.
All units. All units.
Okay, look at that thing. That's a beast.
I got this.
All units.
I bet it would be really awesome in a first-person shooter.
All units out and off ground.
The Retriever Sentinel.
I'm under fire from enemy birds.
All units.
Too slow, pal.
Spartan, moving out.
That wasn't easy.
It's only retreated for repairs. It'll be back soon.
I've marked 3 control towers. If you can secure those, I should be able to take control of the Retriever. Until then, keep out of its way.
You know, just for once I'd like a straight-up fight. There's the enemy, shoot the enemy, go home.
I have full control of the retriever. Get to the shield generator, Red Team, and I'll clear the way.
On our way, Professor. Professor, the Retriever's back.
But this time, it's under our control. For now, anyway.
Keep the area clear for the Professor.
Stand back. Let's see what our new friend can do.
To each his own. And again, I really appreciate this channel, Gamer's Little Playground, putting in all the work to do this. But I will say, maybe it's just because I'm not a huge fan of RTS games, but I feel like I've watched a lot of action, a lot of gameplay, and I'm still not convinced that I needed all of it. Like, it's not all pertinent to just give me the basic idea. So I appreciate you guys. If you've been watching this with me and persevering through all of this, I appreciate it. Part of me kind of feels like I didn't need all of it to get the idea of what's going on, but we'll find out. We got, what, 20 minutes left, basically?
We're in.
This is it, team. Get ready to defend the control room. The Professor has to go down into the ring to deactivate its weapon systems and set up the comms beacon. Professor, what's the update at the control room?
I'm in. And I think I found the Halo's weapon systems. Once I've deactivated them, then I'll place the comms beacon.
Keep us updated. Jerome, Atriox will be sending everything to stop us. You need to hold the line and protect the Professor in the control room until she's finished her work.
Won't let you down, sir.
The clock's ticking, and we don't have time to drop a base and build it up. You're going to have to rely on turret defenses, so keep them up and running.
Fresh troops will be sent in directly from the Spirit of Fire as soon as they're ready to deploy. And I've got all the ship's weapon systems primed and ready, so we'll help as much as we can from up here.
Okay, everyone. Let's get to work. Good luck.
Okay. Last stand, here we go.
Red Team, you have to hold the Banished back until the Professor's done her work.
Don't worry, sir, we've got her. And it looks like we've got company right now.
This control room has a defensive shield, but it won't last long. You just keep the wolves at bay.
Okay. Defend the Professor in the control room.
The Spirit of Fire's weapons are at your disposal, Spartan. Get the ship in the fight. Turrets and restoration drones are online. Call in support when you need it. The Spirit of Fire is standing by to assist, Jerome. Use everything you can. We have to keep the Professor safe.
Constructed.
All right, there we go.
Local units. All units.
Won't be a challenge, sir. Nightingale under assault from enemy troops. Need support. They'll wish they were never born. Yes, sir. You got it. Sit back and let the drones do their work.
Troops.
Damn it, vehicle down. Nightingale taking fire. I'm not built for combat.
Local units. Turret upgraded.
Marines under assault from enemy ground forces.
Turret upgraded. Turret upgraded.
Under attack from enemy.
Turret upgraded.
Like, they probably could have cut all of this
upgraded.
stuff out.
Red Team, the Banished have warlords on the field overseeing their troops. Eliminating them will disrupt the Banished's chain of command.
Roger, sir.
Nothing like sowing a little chaos.
Local units. On the move. Local units. We've got reinforcements for you now, Red Team. All units. All units.
I'm there. I'm under attack, boss.
We've destroyed an enemy structure. Leader power ready. Local units.
We've eliminated another warlord. Let's get you fixed.
Local units.
Kill the brute warlords.
Local units. What's the status, Professor?
It's complicated. So many protocols. I'm probably halfway there. I need more time.
Make it fast, Professor. Leader power ready.
Do you think Anders knows Halsey?
All units.
Countdown.
Group 3.
Hostile spotted.
Because I kind of feel like we've heard the name, or at least have seen Anders in something else. And it wasn't just the first Halo Wars game.
Scarab is down. Professor, how we doing?
Just finishing up. Hang on. Okay, I've done it. The ring's disarmed,
Looking it up.
and the communications relay is in place. Well, that's a little more complicated. I'm going to have to go down into the ring to set it up. I need more time.
We're counting on you, Professor. Jerome, hold the control room at all costs so the professor can get back to us when she's done. I'm not leaving anybody behind.
Copy that,
Just
sir.
Halo 2.
Game faces, team.
Group 2.
Alice moving out.
Group 3. Group 3.
Okay, she's a Halo Wars person only.
Local units. Group 1 assigned.
You have a target for me, sir?
Leader power ready. Group 2. Group 4.
What are my orders, sir?
I get they're trying to give you as full of an experience as possible. I kind of feel like I don't need to be. I didn't need all of this.
If you can see it, I can shoot.
Like I think I'm probably wrong, but I feel like I could have done with less of this. I would have gotten the basic gist of it if it had just been like clipped. Like, here's the beginning of the mission, here's the end of the mission. I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm very thankful that this video exists so I don't have to play the game. And I can just get the story. Probably would help if I didn't record all of my videos at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night.
On the double. I need assistance against these air units. Read and understood. Condor moving.
Leader power ready.
I've been targeted.
Local units. Group 4.
No sweat. Got focused on my tail.
Got anything bigger?
We've got reinforcements for you now, Red Team.
Dirt nap. Over.
Group 1.
Lock the islands.
All systems go.
Watch out, team. The Banished have sent in artillery.
I can't do that, sir.
We got hostiles.
We're taking fire from enemy vehicles.
Hostile ground troops are trying their luck.
Go easy next time. These things aren't free.
Gonna get some anti-air support.
Whew.
Sit back and let the drones do their work.
Had to move that popcorn.
We're being assaulted by enemy vehicles.
All stations are go. Can anyone say overkill?
Overkill.
Sir, we won't be able to hold them off indefinitely.
Professor, time's running out.
Communications array is ready, Captain. You said it yourself. Can't leave until the Banished are gone. I found
You
something
can't
down
leave
here
until
that
the
will help.
Banished have been completely banished.
Whatever it is, it better work, Professor.
Tangos, keep them peeled.
Ooh.
Receiving fire from ground troops. Over. We've lost an infantry unit. Over. Hostile is down.
Group 1.
I'm under fire from enemy ground troops.
No, sorry, sir.
Captain, he's back.
Leader power ready. Put him through.
You think you can stand against me?
Me?
Who defied the Covenant itself?
Here's your notice, Atriox. The Ark is our home now, and it's under our protection. Cut it, Isabelle. I've heard enough.
You think you can cut me off? Me?
Spotted some tangos, over. The threat has been eliminated. Got them on the ropes, Captain. But it's only a matter of time before they send more.
Professor, what's the plan?
I've gained control of the Halo's gravity anchors, Captain. Get our troops clear and get ready.
Group 4.
Getting going.
Look alive, this is it.
Group 2.
We're getting hit from ground troops up here.
Group 4.
You know, I remember now that at the end of the Halo Wars 1, they had put a teaser, I think it was a trailer, for Halo Wars 2, now that I think about it.
I'm getting beat on by a enemy scout is out of the fight. Enemy spotted.
Group 4. Group 1. Group 2.
Stay in the beach.
Go easy next time. These things aren't free.
We brought down an enemy scout. Group 4. Group 1.
Hold out, just 54 seconds. And I gotta hold out just, oh, like 5 minutes.
Group 3.
Hopefully this is gonna end and then we're gonna get like 4 minutes of like cinema again. Because it looks beautiful. The game absolutely graphically looks amazing when they're breaking into those cinematic story moments.
Leader power ready.
Got eyes on enemy.
Leader, our troops are clear, Professor. Whatever you're gonna do it now. Local units.
All right, there we go. There's the Halo. We got a Halo. Man, that looks good. That's like live action TV.
Professor, it's now or never.
Show us what you got.
You got it, Anders. I like the characters in this game. I will say I enjoy Cutter. I like Anders. I like Isabelle. I'd like to see them continue on. Not just in a Halo Wars game, but I'd be fine seeing them in Infinite.
I hope this works.
Whoa. The visuals in this game are amazing. Not the gameplay themselves and the graphics that, but these cinematics are really well done.
With all due respect, Spartan, I don't believe that's an option any longer.
Oh boy, look at this.
Anders, there must be some way.
Don't worry, Captain. As soon
Sol system. I'll get that beacon out. It should only be a few weeks.
Professor!
Until I can figure out how to get back to you.
Wow.
Captain?
The other teams are clear?
Yes, sir. ETA to the Spirit of Fire is 5 minutes.
Bring up the map. We have a lot of work to do until she gets back.
Aye, Captain.
That was something else. Man, he is one ugly looking guy. Don't want to mess with him though. Look at this. Wow. And there we go. We got a halo flying through the air.
Why did we drop out of slip space? Good job, Ellen. They may have been safer on the Ark.
Oh! It's Cortana! Well, guys, that's going to do it for our time with Halo Wars 2. That was Cortana at the end. That was one of the Guardians that she had. That was the Guardian, I'm pretty sure, from Halo 5. And wouldn't that make sense? Oh, man, that sets us up for Halo Infinite. You guys were right. We needed to watch this to get ready for Halo Infinite. That was so cool. Now, I will say that I'm not a big fan of the RTS games. And just for the sake of this particular video, I did kind of power my way through a little bit of boredom watching some of the gameplay. But I will say this about Halo Wars 2. The cinematics in that game were like a notch above so many other games I've seen. And actually, I mean, I don't know if the visuals, it was hard to tell it was a video game sometimes. From where I could see it, like some of it felt like really good Marvel level like cinema, you know, with like when all the Sentinels were coming down, and then when it showed the ship coming up from the Halo and it kind of exploded, and it, like that, all of that was just really cool, like cinematography. So I was really impressed with that. Some of the best visuals I've seen in the Halo series yet. And it was such a chasm of difference, right? Between the action, I almost want to call it live action, but you know, those really well done story point cinematics, and then you'd get on the ground, and I mean, it looked like, you know, there was no detail on the Spartan outfits. You would just see like green, and that was it, you know, like there was such a difference in the in-game graphics versus the cinematics we saw, but the story was there. Very much enjoyed the story. That was fun. I really enjoyed that, and I'm excited to, you know, once I found out too in the timeline that this really is bridging the two games, Halo 5 into Infinite. I am so excited to take on the role as Master Chief now, and I'm really excited to see. I feel like that last scene tells me that we are getting, and I mean, I would be surprised if we didn't, but we're getting Cortana in Halo Infinite. And I know common sense would say, well, now she's like the big bad guy from Halo 5. Of course she's going to be in Halo Infinite. But at the same time, I thought the Didact was going to be like this huge bad guy, and he died in the book. You know, so like I you know, I just don't trust anything at this point. But this is exciting. I'm really excited to see where the story's going to go when we do pick up Halo Infinite. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. And if you're a fan of real-time strategy, you might have even enjoyed watching some of the gameplay more than I did. But again, nothing against the game or anything like that, or even against the game channel that we watched. I'm just not a big RTS fan, and I find some of the gameplay to be a little boring for me. But I'm so glad that there are people who have those games who really enjoy them. But man, I really enjoyed the story in Halo Wars 2, and I enjoyed how it's leading us up to Halo Infinite. So it makes me excited. We're so close now to just popping Halo Infinite in and you know, partaking in the final chapter of this Halo journey that we've been on now for so long. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor and click like on it and let me know down in the comments your thoughts about Halo Wars 2. Which game did you like? I didn't play it, I just watched the video. Did you prefer Halo Wars or Halo Wars 2? What do you think about the story? What do you think about the graphics and the cinematics and all of that? I'd love to hear from you guys. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Hang out with us at Discord. The link for that is down below. And of course, you can always hop on over to the Patreon page, which you can get to by going to this link right here. Guys, thank you so much for taking the investment of time in watching this with me. I love you guys so much. You know that. And I will talk to you soon. We're going to be getting into Halo Infinite soon, so I'm really excited about that. I can't believe we've come this far. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Wars 2, and now we're finally getting into Halo Infinite. Wow, what a journey we've been on for a while now. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I will talk to you next time, but until then, take it easy.